Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome to a brand new Fallout 76 video. So we have an update inbound. Skyline Valley will be joining us very, very soon in Fallout 76, and I'm really looking forward to diving into this one later. So today we've got a little bit of an overview, sort of a quick reminder as to what's going on with Skyline Valley, and a little chatter about what's coming after Skyline Valley, as I got a little heads up on that one as well, which is really cool. So, Skyline Valley, first time we're actually getting a proper full-blown map expansion in Fallout 76. Obviously we've had new areas added via the expedition system. This is literally a new zone in Fallout 76. You can actually head over to the Savage Divide, make your way south, and right there at the bottom of the map in the middle you will find an entire new zone to explore. So this functions much like, say, the Ash Heap or the Mire or Toxic Valley or any of those areas. You can just walk in and explore the new zone. Obviously, it does come with new enemies, new locations, new quests, and of course we can build camps there. The whole area, well, I say the whole area is buildable with the usual caveats, not near marked locations and that sort of thing, but yeah, you can build your camps down there. So when you load into the new update, you'll find you get a heads up on a new quest, so you'll check your Pip-Boy radio and it will begin a new quest line. I suggest starting that because as you work through that, it will lead you into going to Skyline Valley as like the second or third step along the line into that quest line. So I'd do that first and then head on in. If you want to travel in there, my personal recommendation as to how to do this is to fast travel to the vault at the south end of the Savage Divide. That's Vault 96. When you get there, you'll arrive and just immediately turn around from the fast travel point and walk back up the road, sort of a footpath thing there, and on your left, a little way up, you'll see a footpath disappearing south down the hill through the trees. That takes you down into Skyline Valley in a really nice organic kind of a way, and you'll get to kind of emerge near the Shenandoah Visitor Center, and great way to start exploring this new area. They've done a really great job on this, I think, Bethesda. It's really captured that kind of vibe of a national park. They've pulled little bits of stuff from the other zones, so you've got a little bit of that kind of vibe from the forest and a bit from the mire and a bit from the cranberry bog and stuff, and use that as a foundation to build up a whole new area with some very, very dramatic new bits, shall we say, as well, to create a really cool area. Really captures some of the Shenandoah Valley vibe from the real world. Some of those locations are in there, and it's definitely great fun to explore. Bunch of new enemies, some new factions, and of course Vault 63, I believe, is down this way. And yeah, there's a whole quest line surrounding that, so very, very cool. Looking forward to diving in. On top of that, we've got obviously all the new rewards you'd expect. We've got Season 17 is kicking off today. Looking forward to diving into that. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more time on this one, but we'll see how that goes. I would imagine we will. I would suspect the next update, which we'll be touching on again in a minute, will probably be in September. It's usually where they aim for those things, so that should be cool. We also have 2 new events kicking off in Skyline Valley. The first one is Dangerous Pastimes, and that has you assisting a group of storm chasers, and it's basically a standard public event. It comes up a certain location, and you work your way through it. I'll not spoil it for now, but it's quite good fun, and there's a bunch of rewards in the end. Definitely best done with a lot of other players, because yeah, the adversaries in it are numerous and respectably tough. But that is a standard public event. It'll go into rotation with all of the others, so pop up every 20 minutes as they do. The other one is a bit more obscure. Basically, this one involves a world boss. So you drop a nuke on a location and that triggers an event. And that is at the observatory over in the northwest. I had to think about that then. Over in the northwest corner of Skyline Valley. I'll throw the name up on screen because it's escaping me right now, because of course it is. But yeah, you drop a nuke on that, everybody can head down there, tackle these 3, in fact, new world bosses, which are really, really cool. An interesting twist on the RoboBrain concept, and get a whole bunch of new rewards from that as well. So, good fun there. So, moving forward, beyond Skyline Valley, what have we got coming on later this year? Obviously, Bethesda have not shared vast amounts of details, but they did very, very kindly invite me and a few others down to London to a press event to have a look at the subsequent updates coming to Fallout 76. So, definitely ready for that. Now, obviously, we've already talked about the playable ghoul. You'll be able to become a ghoul and pursue that whole quest line and transform yourself into a ghoul for a substantial overhaul of your gameplay experience early next year. That should be really, really cool. Definitely excited for that. If you want to take a look at that, I will make sure I link videos on that around. I will also make sure I link, incidentally, videos on the rest of the Skyline Valley content that I have done back when it was on the test server, so you can get a bit of a look at that as well. So, in the autumn, which will probably be in September, we should have the next update, which is going to be called Milepost Zero. This one is going to focus again on Skyline Valley, but also this time the Blue Ridge Caravan. So looking forward to seeing more content relating to those guys. Obviously, we haven't seen the whole of this update yet, but the key feature is going to be basically escorting caravans and building up your own caravan outpost. So it'll be a kind of event that you can specifically trigger when you're ready to for unique sets of rewards that will have you escort a Blue Ridge Brahmin caravan around part of the road in Skyline Valley. So when you look at that map, you'll see there is this kind of circuitous route goes all the way around Skyline Valley. And that's sort of subdivided into sections, and anywhere on that route you can escort a caravan and defend the caravan and gain unique rewards from it. This will allow you to unlock your own caravan outpost. So this is interesting. It's been compared by John Rush, the lead designer on 76, to housing in Skyrim, which is interesting. Obviously, that is a fundamental difference to the way housing currently works in 76, i.e. caps. So basically, this is going to be a set location that will be the same for everybody. Kind of, but not. And it will be instanced, a bit like your shelters are and internal locations work. So you can go into this location, it's the same location for everybody, but you have your own version, basically. And as with Skyrim-esque housing, or ESO as well, I suppose, it's probably not a bad comparison, you will be able to get different items in order to decorate and build up your own caravan post. And yeah, you'll get unique rewards from this system, and we'll get our own Brahmin, pack Brahmin specifically, I think. And yeah, there's going to be a whole area to build up, each with its own functions and unique gameplay elements that will be coming in. So far, Bethesda gave us a little hint about this and a little bit of information on it, but the actual full details will be coming presumably before too terribly long when they land on the PTS over the course of the summer. So we'll be deep diving into that just as soon as we get the opportunity. But yeah, having your own caravan post, having a new sort of like event system, but you have to manually trigger it, around which we can build our own sort of Blue Ridge themed stuff, should be good fun. And hopefully it'd be cool to see if they manage to revamp the trading system, that sort of thing. That'll be an interesting turn of events if they can. So looking forward to finding out more about that. So that's Milepost Zero, and it's scheduled for the fall, is the current description of it. Obviously that usually means the September update, so looking forward to that. The other thing that's happening is very cool, and once again, also centering on Skyline Valley, is the return of an old favourite event that has not been in the game for a long time because it went terribly, terribly badly the first time around. But they have finally managed to rework it and reintroduce it into the game. That, as you've probably guessed already, is Mischief Night. So first time round, that happened at the White Spring and had a lot of stuff blowing up, a lot of chaos and a lot of Halloween fun going on at the White Spring. And it was quite good fun, but it was a performance nightmare in particular. So it ended up getting pulled out after its first run and wasn't returned. And obviously you've got various Halloween, Haunted Scorched, Spooky Scorched events, stuff like that. Mischief Night will be returning. This time it's going to be in Skyline Valley. It's taking place at Rapidan Camp, which those of you who are up on your American history may be aware of the presidential connection there. Somebody did tell me which president that actually was, but I've completely forgotten. But anyway, it's a camp. It's got a presidential vibe and flavour to it, and also some kind of foreign dignitary-related stuff in there as well. It's quite a cool location. But for those who want to find out more about it, well, the update's going up in a bit. You can go and explore it. It's quite cool. They've done a nice job of that. Watch out for the bots, though. They do get a bit ornery on occasion. So yeah, definitely a cool location. And yeah, seeing a revamped, reworked, but returning Mischief Night should be potentially very interesting. Obviously, we have that iBot who leads the show, the ringmaster, I suppose you'd have to call him, which I believe is called Jester. Looking forward to seeing how Bethesda have tweaked this and reworked it for the new location, because it'll be fun to dive in. But hey, additional seasonal event in the form of a Halloween event should be good fun coming, well, funnily enough, right about Halloween. So looking forward to diving into that. I know it was an old favourite, and certainly the old hands who were around for that first Halloween have been calling for its return, or as soon as they can get it to work properly anyway. And it looks like that's going to be happening later on this year. So very, very cool. Very excited for that. So there we go. Unfortunately, as you may know, just not a whole lot of footage on this new stuff. Bethesda did have a bit, but they have not shared it with us. So unfortunately, I can't bring you that. But You can probably picture what it's like walking alongside a Brahmin and, you know, defending a bunch of Brahmin from being attacked. Probably not that dissimilar to riding shotgun, only out in the open world. But the whole systems attached to that are going to be new, and they're gearing into a new home location in the form of your caravan outpost. So decorating that up, getting that geared out the way you want it, and so on and so forth is going to be an interesting take on what we already have in the game. Looking forward to seeing what Bethesda do with this one. They seem to have an interesting set of ideas for it. So, keep it here if you want to hear more about that one. As soon as we have more information, obviously, I will bring that to you. Massive thanks to Bethesda for the invite to the press event and getting to see all this stuff early. It was really, really cool. Nice to chat to everybody and meet everybody as well. Had a really great time at that one. So, thank you guys for watching. I do hope you found this useful and informative and you're excited for the new content. Dive into Skyline Valley. I'll be doing that on stream later on this evening. Looking forward to it. So, make sure you join us for that one. If you haven't already, like, subs, social media links, merch store, channel memberships, all that good stuff down below. Notification bell. Make sure you keep up with all the uploads and the live streams and so on and so forth. Always appreciate the support in that way. Thank you very much to everyone who has done. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.